Hello love, welcome back to another YouTube video where we are connecting with nature and journaling. Of course, this video does not have to be in the presence of nature. You're definitely more than welcome and invited to ground down and connect in a way that feels good for you. But let's get into some reflections surrounding grace and finding ways to be a little bit more gentle to ourselves. So through this video, I will be journaling with you guys in real time. So a few of the journal prompts will be on the screen, and I'll kind of be inviting you guys into some of my reflections from this journal. So if you're tuned into our podcast, we had an episode on grace. And if you know me, you know I absolutely love grace. And in that podcast episode, I kind of gave a little rundown as to my recent encounter with grace. And I kind of went back a little bit to my childhood experiences with grace. And so in our podcast episode, we define grace. And grace is defined as simple elegance or refinement. The process of removing impurities or unwanted elements. And so throughout this episode, we talked about some of those unwanted elements can be judgment, could be negative self-talk, or even projection from others. The definition that came up is to do honor or credit to someone or something by one's presence. And so it is okay. Your mistakes, your judgment, your impulsivity, it's okay. My mistakes, my judgment, my impulsivity, it is okay. We talked about making sure that we're not in a space of delusion, right? Not doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, but even doing the same thing over and over and saying like, I'm just being graceful with myself. Grace in my life is not beating myself up for where I think I should be, especially because I realize that it is all perfect timing. Grace feels like forgiveness when I don't want to be kind to myself. I mean, if we think about it, truly, if every day was perfect, we would lose the essence of alignment and spontaneity. We would lose the ability to really savor the joys, the loss, the ups and the downs of this beautiful, interesting, complex experience that we call human experience, that we call life as souls in this human experience. And so a practice that I kind of explored with our audience on the podcast is when you want to beat yourself up, what if you say to yourself, it's okay, I forgive you. And I know this isn't a meditation, but we love presence. And so I invite you to really take the time to settle into that moment, settle into that affirmation, and maybe think of something that you have been super harsh on yourself about, something that has been feeling super heavy. Maybe you want to take it a step further and connect with a body part. And you affirm yourself. It is okay. I forgive you. It is okay. I forgive you. I forgive you. Even just circling back and affirming myself, it feels like, you know what? I forgive you. It is okay. We're not going to trip about it anymore. And so if you were journaling with us, I invite you to go ahead and continue. You want to hold the next few minutes to hold some space, to continue reflecting on those 2 questions in the beginning. How can you welcome more grace into your life? How can you be a little bit more softer to yourself? A little bit more gentle to yourself? What comes up for you? Alrighty, beautiful souls. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Is this something that can hold you accountable in reflecting and journaling? Sometimes it's so easy to get so busy and caught up in our everyday lives that we don't have time to do all the things that actually renew our spirits and foster a space to declutter all the many thoughts in our mind. It's so funny. I had a therapy session with one of my kiddos a couple of days ago, and we tried to do a thought dump. And he was like, I can't dump all my thoughts. There's too many of them. So if you got too many thoughts, this is your sign to dump them out. We'll see you guys next video. Tune in to our podcast. Episode 151. Click the link in our bio. See you soon.